Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the chat, Pat. Welcome back to the newcomers, anybody new and bold, and welcome back to the panel here. We've got the tremendous trio here. We're going to talk about some Xbox news. We're going to talk about a little bit about PlayStation news. I want to welcome here our good friend who's been on the show a few times already. Always insightful conversation. We've got the Xbox brand. And right beside me, I've got the hostess with the mostest, the never tuck your chain in crew, Mr. New Legal, where we're going to talk about some of the new announcements that came out just recently. We're going to talk about Witcher 3 DLC. We're going to talk about the surge in consumer confidence and positivity around the Xbox brand. And of course, we're going to talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 on top of other things. So welcome back to Di-RRec Gaming, where we speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. Let's lead off.
You know what? One thing for sure. There's one thing that's for sure, right? Brand, right? Rez, right? Mighty Chat Pat, is that Di-RRec Gaming don't miss. When we come up to the batter's box and we put that bat on our shoulders, man, and let it sit there for a minute, it doesn't matter if you throw us a slider. It doesn't matter if you throw us a slow ball, a fastball, or a curveball. When we hit that damn ball, we grand slam it. Taking everything, and I mean we're taking all the oxygen out of the room tonight. There will be nobody here able to breathe on some BS. The end is near. The great finale is around the corner. It begins with the Xbox Showcase, and it ends with the Xbox Showcase. You want to look ahead over the horizon, you want to wonder what's going to happen? All your questions, doubts, and fears are going to be answered at the Xbox Showcase. There will be no other show greater than the Xbox Showcase. It doesn't matter what State of Play is going to show. It doesn't matter. You want to know why it doesn't matter? Because nobody's buying the PlayStation 5. Their games do not entice people anymore because the PlayStation 5 just isn't an attraction anymore. And it's lost its traction. It's slipping away. But there is an insurance, a wave, a tsunami that has occurred in the United States of America. And it's only because the Xbox leadership is beginning to pay attention to its core audience, as it should have always been doing. The charts, your social media pictures of people buying Xboxes now, do not fail your eyes. You can't go up on social media and not see people buying Xboxes. The beautiful thing is some of them are buying it for the first time. We're going to get down to everything and we're going to speak the language. Yes, I do represent Xbox. This is Di-RRec Gaming. This is the New Legal. That is Resident Gamer over there. This is Xbox brand over here. Do you not get it? Do you not get it? Listen, if you're an Xbox fan, you came to the right place. You came to the right castle. You came to the right fortress. It's nothing but green gems over here, infused with gamma radiation and kryptonite.
Shout out to CBH4 God. Shout out to 30 Below. Shout out to Ray Chi, Red Skull. Welcome, guys.
We're going to talk. Don't worry, I'm coming off the top rope today. Don't worry, it's going to happen. We're going to cover up everything and uncover up everything. Look, we got the show coming next week, so I wanted to pace it. I know a lot of people were still hitting me up when we're gonna do the show, Hey, look, let us pace this thing. We out here working, y'all, and we couldn't wait to do this show for y'all. Rez, Brand, y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
The Mighty Chat Pat, y'all ready? Let's go.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Rez, you know what to do. Kick up with some good news for once. Let's get some good news out here about Xbox. Start off with some good news because you know how this show's going to end. Start off with some good news.
So it's funny how all it takes is just the right person, just one person in the right role with the right goals in mind and knows what they're doing. And that is Asha Sharma. And wow, what a turnaround, what a comeback story this is already becoming. It's just started. It's only 3 months in, but we're seeing the results, right? We talk about it all the time. We brag about her talking points, right? We brag about what she's done already so far for the brand. Well, we're seeing that in live time, and we've got some results here that we wanted to talk about. This was a article that was put up recently from the folks over at YouGov, basically saying that Xbox is gaining momentum with U.S. gamers, as highlighted in their report. So according to these numbers here, there is a net measure of 8.5 points of a climb from February 20th to May 20th. Satisfaction also improved over that period, rising from a 17.8 to a 22.3. Like value, it reached a higher point in May, peaking at 25, which is telling us that these are good, encouraging signs, right? That this is showing the customer improvement over their experience with the brand. And what do we talk about? Building a stronger Xbox, right? What ways to build a stronger Xbox, right? You start by listening to your customers, right? You start by improving the hardware experience, adding the features people have been wanting for months and months, sometimes years and years, on top of changing your marketing, right? Making the marketing better, right? Showcasing the console and the games more often, more frequently through advertising and commercials. Starting a new direction, right? Starting off fresh, I think. Start with a whole slate, all new teams. Bring your success stories with you, which we're seeing that there. She's bringing a lot of people from her previous companies she worked with, people that she knows has a knack or a talent for whatever role she's designated them at. She's building an empire right now. We're seeing unfold little by little, and this right here is an early sign that things are going in the right direction. She is the correct leader for Xbox right now, and she's the one that's going to be turning it around, and we see it, right? Like there's no doubt now, like it's there, right? So what's the number one thing that we saw in the voice survey that they put out for Xbox fans? Exclusivity, right? That's the last thing that she needs. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's the next big thing that she should do to show fans that she's truly serious and that she truly wants to turn this around, to ship around, is by making their core titles and potential new IP or new titles exclusive to the brand where it makes sense, right? Not the multiplayer live service games, not like Minecraft, not like Forza. Forza's fine, right? It's a racing game. Gears of War, Halo, yes, I know Combat Evolved. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about future Halo games. New Halo games need to stay exclusive to the platform. They need to turn their identity back to where they were back with the OG Xbox. They've already started with the branding, with the logo, right, with the name scheme. They even did a new boot up. Everything is getting redesigned and restructured towards this new Xbox that we wanted to see for a long time. And I think people are really generally excited about it. And I think people are also very excited about Helix and what it can do. So this is really good news for us, for Xbox fans, because it shows that they're actually wanting to change and they're doing everything they can, and they're exploring every avenue possible to make it better, right? To improve it. I mean, there's not much more they can do that they're already not doing. If they'll probably come up with other things too, I'm sure. But this is a good sign, a good way to start, especially for her only being in the role for 3 months. Matt Booty seems to have a new energy to him. He did a recent interview. They did a Xbox Insider Wire interview where it seems like his dynamics changed a little bit. I don't know if you guys watched it, but it seems like he's acting a little bit differently than he did under Phil. It seems like he's got a bit of more energy to him than he did before. I think that just shows confidence, right, and comfort in him being able to rely on Asha and the other teams on getting the job done, right? And that's not the only good news. We found out that we got an announcement that Forza Horizon had 6 million players already. And according to now, this reporting is not, we don't know if it's accurate. This is just a guesstimate, but there is an analytic firm that has a lot of controversy to it. And if you know what I'm talking about, it starts with AA, Alinea Analytics, is stating that Forza Horizon 6 has already sold 5 million copies. And majority of those are Xbox and PC. So great news for Playground Games. They are, like I've always told Legal, I think next to Coalition, they are Xbox's best studio. I have a lot of faith in Fable. It's going to be probably their next big hit. I think after this Fable, people are going to want to continue to want Playground to make more Fable. That's how confident I am that it's going to be that good. I think it'll even be better. I will dare say it'll be better than the original Fable. That's just the feeling I get just from watching the gameplay and the trailers. I just think it's going to have that magic to it that people are going to remember from the old games, but better.
Facts.
So, I mean, we're starting off strong here. I know Realist is dying to play Fable, but no, this is more good news. This is a good start. I mean, I really wish that Xbox would have started off stronger earlier with their first party this year instead of kind of holding off till May. I mean, I get they're waiting for the teams to be ready for the game, but just that much of a gap in time. And yes, I know I'm not really counting Kill because it's not like a major. It's a more of a smaller budget game. It's not Double Fine's biggest game they're working on. So I'm not really counting that. But aside from that, yeah, it's just 5 months, for Forza, which is, by the way, the king of racers. It's been defined now by the media. There's no backing out now. We've got receipts, media. You can't say you can't say Gran Turismo is the king anymore because we already knew.
Never
Forza
was,
the king.
bro.
Yeah, I know.
Once Forza stepped in the scene, that was the end of that.
Well, how could you say
There's a difference. There's a difference between being a king by default because there ain't no other great racer around you. But once Forza came in,
I think about it all the time, man. Like, it's crazy.
You know what's great about Forza is sometimes the beauty of Japan is so awestrucken that I sometimes distract myself because I'm looking around at the like snowy ice cliffs or the big mountainous regions and forests and just dazing out. And sometimes when I'm driving, I'm like, oh crap, and I gotta veer myself back onto the road because I'll be in a race and get distracted. It's just that beautiful of a game, and the mechanics are just so smooth, and just that drift feels really good. The music is always on point. I love the little fast food event. What was it, Kakashi or Kakashi
Reiku. Yeah,
yeah,
something like that.
Reiku service, delivery service. That's a fun little mini game. I like the ad there. Just the variety of what you could do in the game, being the like bouncing off tricks to hit like specific boards that are like on the top of houses or hillsides a certain way. Like that's always been fun to me. There's just so much to do in the game. Like it's not confined to one type of style of racing, right? And on top of that, we're getting 2 studios making it this time, like Turn 10 and Playground are both making it, which are like 2 high caliber quality studios for racing games. So like we're getting like a freaking Van Gogh, and of art. We're getting like this masterpiece, and they've literally, media has called it a masterpiece. It is like it truly is the best racing game I've ever played, and I can see why people wanted Japan so bad. It's just it's beautiful there, man. And I love driving all around it all the time. I'm still catching up to King Flock. He's already got all 200 mascots, all 200 boards.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, man, he's
shout out to my man Ramp that's got that too.
Yeah,
I'm
almost there. I'm at like 150 right now, 160. So, but no, I've been playing that nonstop. I haven't been playing anything else. Well, I've been dipping my toes in a little bit and a couple other things. I don't know if you guys saw that Mina the Howler just came out, which is like Shovel Knight, like the new IP from the Yacht Club Games, which is the developer of Shovel Knight, which is pretty fun.
Game for them. That's you and me.
Realist. Hey, but what do you guys think? Applause to Playground and Forza. Like yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to say I want to give a shout out to Crispy Bomb, the legendary Crispy Bomb in the building on Di-RRec Gaming. First time, man. I'm gonna pass the mic to him, and I want to say shout out to Xbox brand, the Weekend Warrior, and that I know Realist feels the same way I feel. We get to sit back now and watch you guys. We sit back with our steaks, with our loaded baked potatoes down, and I know personally, me, I think about Knowledge, who built this thing with me, right? And said, man, we're building this for the streets of Xbox. It's not about us. We're going to make the voice of Xbox fans be heard. And today, Realist, I see Realist, who comes out of my comment section, on stage. I see Raz, out of nowhere, on stage. I see Xbox brand from Twitter X, on stage. I see the legendary Crispy Bomb, on stage.
Don't call me
y'all thought y'all was going to stop this movement? You thought you was going to stop this movement? I get to hear, now y'all are really going to get to hear what y'all feared the most, and that's the streets of Xbox. That's why I told Microsoft, stop listening to who you listening to. That ain't where it's real at. That's going to be platform first. You want to know what people feel, and the way I'm looking at things is this. There's nobody wrong out here. Everybody has a right to their opinion. You look at your streets and you evaluate everything. The player's choice movement was an idea that I said. They did that because, listen, you got to listen to the people that are out here, like the man Crip, like the man sitting out here buying these games, right? Playing these Xbox games more than these folks out here that are doing all this talking. You know, the PR team of Xbox has it all messed up. You want to know who's playing your video games. You want to know the people out here who's really promoting your video games. They're not your YouTubers. I've been preaching that for years. Listen, I'm on YouTube, but everybody knows my origin. There's no mystery about what the new legal is about. I don't sit up here and fake it. I don't sit up here and tell people, oh, because you play one game, you're not a gamer. I don't say, oh, you don't have everything, you're not a gamer. I don't say those dumb stuff. I don't call my console plastic box. I don't say none of that stupid stuff. I don't follow no trend. What I do know is what I brought to the table way before social media even got here. And I bring that right here. What you see is what I've been like. This is not a cartoon character. This isn't somebody made up. The new legal is my damn gamer tag. That's it. I'm an Xbox fan. I come out here and put the shirt on because I'm not a part-time Xbox fan. I'm not. Xbox is not my preferred platform. Xbox is my platform. This showcase is about people like me. This ain't centaur activity. This ain't half-breed activity. I don't even joke with the carrot eaters. We don't make comedy here for them. The background is kryptonite. They hate this place. But out of love, we come to tell them the truth. I want to hear what Crispy Bomb has to say. Thank you for showing up, bro. You told me you was coming. Appreciate you, man. Nothing but love. Shouts to the mighty chat pack. Shouts to all the members, man. Xbox brands gonna come off that road.
Japan is culturally popular, yet some fake Xbox fans say we don't need Weebs games and tell you to buy a PlayStation instead. These people are the cancer.
Facts. Read out everybody that has a straight up opinion that's worth reading today, Rez.
Each game that skips
read it.
Xbox is a punch in the face. I don't care if the game just has a 500,000 following. Someone on Xbox would have loved to experience some of those.
That's facts. Crispy Bomb, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man.
Hey, man, I'm passing you that mic, brother. It's good to have you here, man. We want to hear
on
the streets, baby.
Report.
We want to hear it.
About the report about since Asha's taken over.
Yeah,
that's a good start. Okay, wherever you want to start from.
So I mean, logically, bringing the emerald green back, bringing back what we feel as like I have that shirt. You bought that shirt a long time ago, didn't you, Legal? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying, dude, bring back what we love. We love being courted, what she's trying to do in a way. She's a CEO. Everybody realize that, but she acknowledges how important we are. And this is where the hate comes from, and people feed into it, and it's ridiculous. It's that they hear somebody that, you know, uses a sock account, like if you actually look at their followers or something like that, and they say, oh, well, Xbox is not catering to me, or they are too transparent, or whatever the hell it may be.
Listen up, folks.
Just be Xbox, okay? Right. And sometimes it takes acknowledging the fact that I do agree with a lot of people in one way, and that's the way of saying, okay, if PlayStation's not going to play ball, don't put the logos just like they wouldn't.
Right.
And they won't even do it with Xbox's own IP. Come on now.
That's true.
So I if you're going to disrespect me like that, I'm going to face up. I'm going to look at you straight in the eyes, and I'm going to say, well, you're not going to do that because I'm going to do the same thing to you. And that's the way I roll. And that's all I really think about as far as logos. Like, I'm not sitting here melting down like some people. I'm not doing that. Okay. Right. And here's why. Because if the logo isn't there, then they just told you that you should know that it's not coming anytime soon.
That's it. And real quick, Crispy Bomb, we're not going to pretend on Di-RRec Gaming, right? I don't know who thinks PlayStation fans don't know what games are not coming on their damn platform and games that are coming on their platform. They are so consciously aware of everything. And mind you, they're 3 times as much as we are on social media. So all this little silly clown shit, like, oh, they need to know where a game is going, knock it off. Let's stop being goofy and corny out here. Let's stop that. They know exactly what time it is. And listen, it is not like, if you really think people are lost, it's not like when you do your show, right? You feature it on your show. It's not like the devs don't have a damn trailer on their own show where they're going to show you where the game is available at. Let's stop the goofiness. When you are representing your fan base, right? Especially when you have a showcase,
Yeah,
it should be strictly about your fan base.
well, think of it this way, okay?
It's not hard.
It's not that hard to understand that we have a hit right now. Okay, it's called Forza Horizon 6. I mean, as far as racing games, one of the most incredible ones I've ever played in my entire life. And I've played a lot, and I've went back and wavered, and still, like, you know, I could boot it up after we're done. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it doesn't happen often. Like, I was a Need for Speed head, you know, Carbon, Most Wanted, you know, like even Hot Pursuit 2 back in the day. Like, I love those type of games, but I feel like they're gonna bring out a DLC for that as well. Just saying, I'm gonna leave it at that. The fact is that I think we're gonna see for the showcase, because you know what, dude, like I get the whole, like, you know, we'll call it logo gate,
Right.
okay? Logo gate.
It's logo wars now, Crispy Bob.
Understand that if I was going to choose two games to pull away from PlayStation for at least a year plus, it would, well, I wouldn't even release Gears E-Day for like 5 to 7 years. Other than that, I would say Forza Horizon 6, I would release it until maybe this time next year, somewhere around there. Give them a full year. I got down to algorithm of Japanese gamers completely going ham on this and either subscribing to Game Pass or buying a console. So I really don't know what to tell people. And trust me, I was surprised. Like, it just kept coming, and I was like, yo, like, different name once you translated it and you went through the process. But it's kind of crazy. Like, I didn't expect that. I thought they would, like, you know, like, critique it till no end, and they absolutely did not. If anything, they are loving, like, hey, I could just blow through trees. And yes, the cherry tree should be protected. And that is it. You know, so really think about it. What you have, you don't have to do everything. Like, you already announced multiple times for Fable. I don't want them to do that.
Exactly, bro. Ain't nobody lost about this. Right.
You did not announce Gears E-Day for anything. There was a little blurb.
I was going to ask you how big deal that is for you if it's not exclusive versus if it is E-Day.
I really don't care, but here's the problem I have. I understand that I, as a Gears player, can trash Reloaded, okay? But it still hasn't sold 1 billion. So that tells me, as a consumer that played both consoles over a period of time, that there is a reason, because either they played it because it's the original Gears, or they're just so enveloped in what they do, which is like, you know, FIFA, Madden, you know, GTA probably still, you know, we see how many people are playing on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. There's so many, there's like 5 million that are just sitting there waiting to get GTA 6. There's a lot of possibilities that are involved. And right now, I continue to see stock with the you know, Series X especially, which I'm surprised about, on Amazon at $637, which is pretty reasonable for the power you get. And you have the opportunity to have GTA 6, an exclusive like Gears of War E-Day, and also Forza Horizon 6 getting delayed until next year for PlayStation.
Crispy Bomb is making pretty good sense, y'all.
And you can release Fable, because this is the problem I have. You are delaying games like Fable, which you could have released probably right now if you wanted to, but you're delaying games because you're putting them on PlayStation. That's the problem I have.
He's got
I
a
don't
point.
care if it goes there.
He's got
I
a point.
really don't. But in realism, if you're gonna bring back Xbox, by all means, please choose us first, or even PC. We're in bed with them now. They want to be on PC. Come on, people. Like, think about it. Okay. And all these companies that are charging more are losing money now. And then the ones that are charging less, like Microsoft, like even any company right now that charges a little bit less, that takes a little hit, are getting more people involved. And that is proven in that graph. It's quite simple. Treat us with a little bit of respect.
Right.
I'm not asking for everything.
That's right.
I'm not, but if you're going to be Sony and let people sit there for 4 days and not understand what's going on, and you don't give an actual statement, that's disrespectful to me as a consumer. I'm sorry. If you think you're getting hacked or something's happening, what are you doing for me to make sure that my account, my information is secure? I can't respect that. Okay, so you could go and poo-poo everything that Xbox did last year and say, oh, this is the worst thing in the world. Well, sorry, I actually agree with you. But now we're in a different realm. And this is not a rake step, in my opinion. It is just a miscommunication, and they didn't realize how important it was. But I think a lot of it has involved with the logos not being presented on other consoles. So that's the way I look at it. If you're not going to play ball, why the hell should we? And that goes for everything. And that's where I say, if we pull back a couple games, freaking
let's see what happens. That's right. Yep.
And that leads into the other news that Crispy just touched on is in the interview that Matt Booty did with the Xbox team.
Read out.
He said that they're going to delay Fable to 2027. What?
Before you do that, read out. Forza down here.
Forza says, blessings, fam. I will be at FanFest this year. Yeah, man. I wish I could go. I hope you have a blast, man. It's going to be
Got a real one going to FanFest. Got a real one going to FanFest. Good stuff, man. Hold it down, Forza. Hold it down, my boy Mike from the West Side, baby. Throw them W's up, baby. West Side. Yeah, man.
Basically,
I'm gonna say this one more time, right? Nobody has a problem with Xbox games being multi-platform. I named off a bunch of them. Minecraft, Call of Duty, Forza, Sea of Thieves, Fallout, Starfield. And y'all help me out if I miss anything. But there's a plethora of Xbox games that are already Pentiment. There you go. Grounded. I mean, the list is not a short list. So
it's a list.
Right. So whenever that list ends, nobody can sit here and tell me with a straight face that, Microsoft is hurting for money. That's why they're doing this. Listen, I always said there's going to be things that make sense and there's going to be things that don't make sense. The number one problem with Xbox is identity. You don't get your identity when your games are all over the place and you're not making an attraction for your product. There's a reason why on dealerships have a used lot. Why do car dealerships have a used lot? Because when they sell from that used lot, they get all the profit. That used lot's gonna have all kind of name brand cars on that used lot. Nobody goes to a car lot and is confused what a damn used car lot is. Nobody goes to a dealership looking like that. You go to a Chevy dealership because you want a damn Chevrolet car or a truck. But when you take your ass across over there to that used lot, you know you're gonna see all kind of different brands over there. That's the ABK deal. That's Bethesda of Xbox. They're in that used car lot. That's where they're at. If you took your ass to a damn Chevy car lot, right, and you was over there and you saw all these other cars over there, how do you know you had a Chevy car lot? Well, damn, I thought when I looked up and typed it in, it says Chevy dealership, but I'm over here. I see all kind of cars over here. Nobody does that in reality. So what's been going on is saying, hey, Psychonauts, that's another one. So what we've been saying is it's simple. How do you build your brand? You gotta start with something that attracts. You gotta say, look, it cannot always be about the number game. It cannot. Numbers have nothing to do with fascinating people. You have Xbox fans, for goodness sake. Do you not understand? I take a quote from Realist. I know why I'm an Xbox fan, so I asked Microsoft, do you know why your fan base are Xbox fans? Because that's where it all comes down to for me. We're not here for a popularity contest. There's got to be something special. There's got to be something, right? Because we're out here looking deranged, right? We're out here looking like, well, why do they have a damn Xbox? It don't sell. It don't do this. It's dead.
Do
It
this
don't
on
do
a
this.
game though. Like a lot of people can't do that anymore, dude. Like it's crazy. Like it's just constantly like, oh, like it, people don't talk on PlayStation like we do. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like I invite somebody to a party, I have like a 50% chance that they're going to join, even if I'm playing a different game. Like there are different, like the controller feels better in my hands. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, it's not that hard. Like, but I feel like I have a secure network to be a part of. That I don't feel like my information is going to get stolen easily. There are simple things like that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I've been on PlayStation, and trust me, when they had their online started, I wish I was an Xbox fan because I think it would have been far better back then. Back in like 02, 03, something like that. You know what I mean? Like when oh, I got a DVD player. Well, DVDs are like $30. Like, what are we talking about? So I don't know, man. Like it's one of those things. Like I want Gears to live, and in my eyes, at the price point at $40 for Reloaded, they disrespected Gears. So
he said something I'm about to say too. You said something that was important, and I'm gonna pass this mic over to Xbox brand. Crispy Bomb. This is how simple it is to me. I look at a game that when it does great across the seas, it makes its own statement, right? A game like Gears of War. You think Gears of War is going to thrive on PlayStation by itself without Xbox fans getting in the way? Anybody here look at me at a straight face is going to tell me a lot and say yes? Okay, whatever. All right. Do people think that Halo by itself over on PlayStation is going to stand without the help of Xbox fans? You get where I'm going with this? So to me, when you know that a damn game ain't going to be standing on its own without your fan base, because I look at that as cheating. That to me is cheating. Yeah, you can throw a game like that over there because you know damn well your fan base is still going to play it. You know that. But if you know that it wouldn't stand on its own without its fan base, that's when you keep it on your board. That's how you know to keep it on your board. Look at Forza Horizon.
Isn't it what we've been saying this whole time, though?
We've been saying it, really. Look at Forza Horizon 6, bro.
If it's a system seller, right?
Right. Look at Forza Horizon 6, bro. Look what it did. It didn't need to be. Look, can't nobody tell me it needs to go anywhere. It don't.
I haven't seen a single person say it's a shit game.
Exactly. So it spoke for itself. But the beautiful thing is we know it's going to go anyway, and we know it's going to make even tons more. It's going to add to it. but it never needed to go. That's the beautiful thing about our base. Look at our base and look what it's doing. So when I see that you can't rely on Gears of War to go over there by itself, they don't put the time in to even know that game. They don't even know the culture of that game. They don't know nothing about Halo. Okay, great. You wanted to fall into that, make it an introduction, make it really be about, right? Because we know better. Make it be about, well, you know, there's people over there that may not be able to play our games. Crispy bomb. I'm gonna say this. See, some of that talking might work for an idiot, but it just don't work for me. The last time I checked, we got cloud. So if a gamer don't want to buy the damn console, guess what? We got Game Pass out here. I forgot. Call of Duty's the other one. But Gears of War is on Game Pass. It's not like somebody can't find Gears of War just because they don't have a damn Xbox brand.
Think about a game that has not been announced for Play Anywhere or anything like that, and that is GTA 6. So if that gets announced as Play Anywhere at the showcase, even if it's a quick second,
that's gonna be
I'm going to tell you right now, that is going to be huge because technically, if you use the Xbox app and all these other things, you can basically play it wherever you want.
Correct. You'll be able to play it on PC. That's why I don't believe it Play Anywhere.
That's where I say it won't be Play Anywhere.
Correct.
So guess what? You have to buy the console.
Yeah.
This is facts.
And then you have a game like I believe, and I'm going to leave this here. Be ready for the beginning of that showcase. Do not wait. Do not join late because Gears is coming out.
Yes.
And Gears is not effing around. And I put out a tweet. People ignored. I believe Cliffy B is also helping them. He's consulting them. So really think about that. He's not working on the game itself, but he is consulting them because it is his magnum opus. Really realize that it is E-Day, Emergence Day. Okay. This is the part of the story that's never been told. Facts. Why not go all the frick out? And I think at the end of it, people would be like, "Oh, this is Gears showcase," and that's right. Think about it.
They're gonna forget about the rest of the stuff.
They've gone down to the.
And if they don't announce it for PlayStation, I don't necessarily have to say exclusive. I really don't care. But if they don't announce it for PlayStation, yeah, Forza Horizon 6 still hasn't been announced. I think they should pull it back till next year for PlayStation. And you release everything else that's already coming. But you've already pulled back Fable. Realize that. They've already put it to February. So what are we talking about? There's a possibility that they could change their tune. Okay? If it's not ready for any platform, then why not release it on Xbox through the DIRREC thing?
He's right.
And then all of a sudden you release it, shadow drop it, do whatever the hell you want. You can do whatever you want. We got State of Gate 3. We got
put your core base first.
You know, like put it out there.
Get
that
your treat.
We are done. We are done with the kumbaya. I'm done with it. Okay, like y'all disrespected Gears. I'm done. And you could go look at my X handle right now. I don't give a shit. Okay, because it says what it says. All right, and that's it. Like I'm not changing it for a very long time because I think E-Day is going to absolutely smash people's faces off. That's my opinion, but that's all I need. I'm a Gears stan. I got a whole year of my life in Gears, so I don't know what to tell people. Like that's why I say, hey, Forza Horizon 6 is really good because it's actually, you know, I have put like 30 hours into it. I'm like level 50 or whatever. And I've done basically nothing but race a couple times and smash through trees and get combos. It felt like I was playing Tony Hawk at certain points. I don't know. It was weird.
Facts.
But you know, like it's one of those things like, hey, like if it's fun for me, if it could take a couple hours that, you know, hey, like I might be sitting there thinking about something, by all means, and it feels like they're on that path. And I love it. Like I want to play Campaign Evolved. I do. Because I really never like it was old when I tried to enjoy it. You understand what I'm saying? And now it's in UE5 or whatever. I mean,
True.
I don't know. I feel like one of these games is going to say UE6. I think it's going to be Gears, but that's my opinion. I don't know. I think
it look like a UE6.
I don't.
I think the showcase just
no,
make sure you watch the beginning.
Yeah, it's fine.
Watch the beginning. That's all I could tell you.
Appreciate you, man. Nah, Brand, come off that top rope, baby.
Day is one of those games that does not even need to go. We've already seen the evidence on the PlayStation side. They don't care about those games. Why? Because it's not the style of games they play. Even their own games that have that same style of incorporation of that multiplayer and single story gameplay, they just don't play those games. Don't send it. You don't need to. It stands on its own. We've already shown Starfield had the largest boost of any single Bethesda game in history. None of them had the start. I'm not saying long time sales. I'm just saying at the start of it, it has been shown that with PC and the Xbox community, we can live alone. We don't have to subservient every one of the games towards PlayStation. And I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm saying that Xbox needs to be able to roll in money. You've got to get that ROI. I get that. But you don't have to sacrifice everything. And I think Asha Sharma got a real quick whiplash. And it started with Klob. When he posted out his extreme disappointment, and his name goes right to the top of the frame for her. He's a big name in the community. He has met all of these executives, not Asha because he's not gone to one recently, but he's a name. And when he speaks, thousands of people listen to him. And I think Asha got a real quick understanding of how strong our community feels about where we sit. It has been a long time of this kumbaya style philosophy with Phil. And I'm not saying it was wrong. Phil was doing what he thought was best for the brand. I'm not saying that he was wrong because he's the one that kept Xbox alive. He's the one that didn't sell it out and say, you know what? Let's just go ahead and just drop it. It's not making the money. He's the one that fought for Game Pass. He's the one that fought for Bethesda. He's the one that fought for Activision. When they lost with Redfall, who was the one that took the fall for that? It wasn't the community. It wasn't the gaming community. It was who? Him. He stood up, said, you know what? Shoot me with the bullets. Now, what I did not appreciate from him is when he went into ghost mode. After the Activision buyout, what happened? He completely
Hold on, Xbox Brand. Hold on, Xbox Brand.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, hold on, real quick.
You gotta say that loud.
I was gonna put that on you, real.
I don't curse.
Hey,
but whoever's in the panel that does use that type of language.
Yo, Hell Hydra, 89 for $49.99 says, fuck PlayStation. Fuck PlayStation, man. God dang. Boy, tell you what.
My boy feels that strongly.
Thanks. If that don't send a message, I don't know what does, man. Go ahead, Brandon. That's funny, man. God dang.
But the point is that
PlayStation.
Yeah, doing that to PlayStation. Yeah,
no, I said
yeah. Now, you know, when Phil started ghosting all of us and started to retract himself from the community, because at one point he was all about community. He was all about giving us that voice. But then he all of a sudden disappeared. He went and quieted down. He shut himself out from what people were talking about. He'd done everything he needed to do. And that's why he was no longer good for the brand. He was no longer what was going to be moving us into the future. So now we have Asha. What she is doing is the right thing. She's addressing the community. She's talking to them. Okay, yeah, I made a mistake. I didn't realize how much this meant to y'all. That we don't have to put a logo of PlayStation on there.
God damn it, man.
People are still, you guys are still hop up on that.
Oh shit. Yo, Brand. We got another one. Read it out, Brand. It's on you this time. Oh, hey, Hell Hydra, 89 for $49.99. Double fuck.
What is going on, man? This guy is wanting to bury PlayStation.
Oh God,
Love it, man.
Hey,
Love it.
hey, Booty,
I
Booty
love
wanted
it.
to
It is
bury.
what it is. This is. I'm telling you. Know it's none of y'all are wrong. You see what I'm saying? We're rebellious. It's a community. It's a community that really loves this product. It loves the family. It loves the community. Loves the aspect of how we get together in the chats. We're the forefathers of that stuff, of the lands and all of that stuff. We started that. We're the forerunners of that. I get why people feel like we're not seen. I get it. You know, nobody's wrong here. The way I look at it is Microsoft listen to everybody, evaluate everybody, and make a good decision. People of the Xbox community, they don't have irrational feelings when they say stuff. It's not irrational. What she has to understand is it's years of seeing the gaming media be stupid about Xbox. It's years of the hate. It's years of people lying on the brand. It's years of not being able to destroy our community. It's years of clickbaiting. If you're not talking about Xbox, right, the gaming media is not paying its bills because nobody gives a fuck about PlayStation. Nobody. It's boring. You can't come. That's why they don't talk about it. There's nothing to talk about. There's absolutely nothing to talk about. There is no community over there. It's just a fan base. It's like Chris Ball said, you get on there, nobody's coming. Nobody's going to fill up no chat rooms. Nothing. It's not that type of atmosphere over there. It's a lonely place. I
They
mean,
announced the showcase and like there's been no hype over it.
there's
Nobody's
no
talked
hype
about
for
it.
that. Bro, you gotta listen, man. And I don't even I don't care how you feel, bro. I'm at a point, I don't care, bro. Listen, nobody cares. And I'm being honest about this. Insomniac didn't even get Wolverine right. They didn't even get this game right. You got Wolverine acting like Spider-Man with his claws. I don't even, you can't even make this shit up. You know, Wolverine doesn't fall down from tall ass buildings, swinging around. He doesn't have an agility ability like that. Nightcrawler does, right? Nightcrawler's the one that gets on a pole and acrobats and does all these flips and gymnastics. Wolverine is a fighter. His specialty is having unbreakable adamantium bones, but his specialty is being on this earth so long that he's practiced ancient martial arts styles all across the world. The dude is an ultimate combatant. Ultimate combatant. So he's not doing acrobatic skills and shit. He's coming right at you. It's like they can't even get this shit. Man, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Truly Made is coming here. Hold on, let me make sure I get them. Hold on, everybody. Make sure I get this right. Hold on, everybody. Stuff popping up. Let me do it like this. I don't know why stuff is acting stupid. Trying to get them up on stage. Wow, it's not even letting me. That's crazy. Let me do it like this. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Truly Made came off the top of the stadium, y'all, off the Xbox Fortress with an elbow drop for $99.99, y'all. This one's gonna have to stick for a while. Truly Made, we appreciate you. We appreciate Hell Hydra. You guys are something else today, man. Hell Hydra is something else, man. That was some funny stuff. Truly Made coming off the top of the Fortress with an elbow drop. Y'all gotta leave 2013 behind. Facts. Xbox isn't stuck there. Facts. The commenters, I know what he's saying. The comments, yeah, the commenters are the industry moved on, Xbox evolved, and the old rules don't apply anymore. True. If you're still arguing about a decade-old mindset, you're not talking about today. You're talking about the past. Absolutely. We at some point we have to look at Xbox and say, okay, where is Xbox going now, right? And what are the issues that an Xbox has to combat now? We are not going to get anywhere talking about 2013. Absolutely. But it's always good to understand what got us here. If there's people talking like that, it should always be like that. Don't be stuck in the past. So the things that Xbox need to do today, it needs to, for me, it's just easy. You have a great library of Activision games and Bethesda games that have always been third-party games, right? Those games, I don't look at Microsoft and say, well, listen, don't put those games out anywhere. Those need to be exclusives because I don't have a problem with that. They are tested and tried through time that these were already third-party games. It has a fan base that's from a third-party aspect. They are a first-party and third-party publisher now. Those games are used to utilize themselves out broadly, right? Then you have your legacy titles. It's simple. Okay, Forza Motorsport is a legacy title. Forza Horizon is an expansion of Forza Motorsport. They have transcended Forza Horizon. Does it mean it will always be? Don't know. It does it need to be? No. Has it shown that it has to be? No. But if they're going to use it like that, oh well, right? Because that's what's moving forward. Okay, so they have enough situations like that to where I'm Truly Made. I'm not in the argument of saying, hey, everything needs to be exclusives and they don't need to go anywhere because there's enough Xbox games on other platforms. I'm done talking about that. My attention is, okay, so how do we get Xbox to attract? You have cloud, you have Game Pass, you have the console, and you got legacy titles. That's how you make it attract. Because the legacy titles are the only games that are going to utilize 100% of what we pay for, not the third-party games. Crispy Bomb has a point. If you know the game is going to be delayed, right, and you're making the game for Xbox, put the damn game out on Xbox. Let them wait. There shouldn't be no damn, oh, it has to drop the same day and date to make everybody happy. Here's the thing. I don't know any brand, right, that awards the customer that doesn't buy into their brand. I don't know any brand that does that. Why would you award the gamer that doesn't even buy into your brand? How did you get in your mindset that that was acceptable? Because Nintendo and PlayStation don't play like that. I don't know who came up with that brilliant idea to believe that it was okay. And who did that? Whoever made that to be true, no wonder Xbox was failing. You see what I'm saying? Nobody can say that it worked.
Okay.
That my strategy failed. It flunked.
Can I help you with this one, bro?
Go ahead, Crispy Bob.
So 2013 behind, Xbox isn't stuck there. Okay. Understand that just because the gaming, the devs, the people that, run Xbox, run PlayStation, because they're not, they're far ahead, does not mean the consumer, the one that's buying it, is that far ahead. If anything, you have to realize that there is only 2 points to this matter. Do we go when the DRM thing was a problem and all that in 2013, or do we take a step back and listen to the people that are buying our games and talking to us and giving us critiques and doing things that, I was one of the few people that was screaming at the top of my lungs, like, I don't want a $30 Game Pass. No, thank you. Did I find a way to get it myself? Those gift cards are out there. Well, guess what? I work in retail. They haven't been there. They're remolding them and putting new prices on them because it's gonna be $22.99. That's what it's gonna be. That's okay. You remove Call of Duty. For me, not that big of a deal. Does this one intrigue me a little bit? Sure, but I would only play the campaign. But I look at it as a Gears player. Not everybody's going to play the multiplayer either. But can that campaign do far more than a Call of Duty campaign? Yes, it can. And it can get people to buy the ecosystem in some way, shape, or form. See, even playing to people that are joining Game Pass countlessly. What do they want? They want revenue from that as well. They don't just want console sales. They want to see a uptick. And that goes back to the graph we just saw. It's logic. And here's the interesting part, because Microsoft and Xbox are an analytics company. Understand this, that Gen Z, who are the buyers as of the way it used to be right now, are the ones that are nostalgic for the 90s and the early 2000s. Isn't that intriguing? But on top of that, you have the millennials and you have Gen X who remember and grew up with the 360 in some way, shape, or form. And then all of a sudden, you have a game like E-Day, a game like Forza Horizon 6 that intrigue people, that make them want to engage in your product. And then all of a sudden, you look at it and you say, wow, we might have something here. And guess what we are lacking? Well, when you have a negative 30% year over year decrease in your console sales, you might look at that because you're trying to sell your subscription as well. But that does not mean that us Xbox gamers don't purchase things when the hell we want. Because guess what? We know what we have if we want to play it. And that's where I say, if you want your cake and eat it too, if you can put out a game that's polished like Forza Horizon 6 and put a 2-week premium upgrade with all the same stuff you put, the bells and whistles, the 2 DLCs, everything else, new cars, like it makes it feel premium. And we like premium. Okay, and I only paid $60 compared to the Steam players that paid $120.
Facts.
So think about it. There is a reason why
there's a value
saying these things. Let them cook. She needs to figure it out. Be honest, but don't be disrespectful. People are losing their minds over a freaking logo. Look, I said what I said, but I ain't going to sit here on social media and argue with a $1 trillion company. What the hell am I going to do? I will say what I say. If they listen, that is fine. But some of y'all are just going ham. And I'm like, bro, like it's not like they just re-raised the Game
The
Pass
prices on something,
price
yeah.
or something.
Right.
You know, like come on, man. Like let's relax here. Like they've been putting the PS5 logo for a while now. Let's not be disrespectful. This is a huge ship. This is an aircraft carrier, bro.
Right.
They got to turn around. So
Right.
it's going to take some time.
That's right.
She took accountability. I appreciate it. I'm going to leave it at that.
Hey, Christy, let me ask you something. Are you a sports fan at all?
I'm a Chiefs fan, bro. That should tell you everything.
So as a Chiefs fan, if they had a Raider logo on the back of their helmet, how would you feel about that?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not because the owner died, just because they wanted some extra money.
That's
because Oakland wanted to pay them extra money to market their product. You know what? Matter of fact, they're not even paying them, and they just have an Oakland Raiders.
Why did Realist take it there?
Because literally because
Crispy Bomb. Look, he knows what I'm gonna say. He knows what he did this on purpose. Crispy Bomb. I stayed 20 minutes from the damn AT&T Stadium. Realist, I dare anybody to put an Eagles logo on any of the damn apparel of the Dallas Cowboy fans and watch what happens.
How about look, I can acknowledge, I'm from Houston. I can acknowledge that the Cowboys are America's team. We went to New York and they had Cowboy shirts in Walmart. I said,
hell no.
They really are America's team, right? So if you just so happen to have Jerry Starr,
they're America's Xbox. There you go.
No. See listen, America can be. I mean, Xbox can be America's. I want to address that super chat. All right.
Yes.
It says, I ask anybody, what is a platform? It looks like a period. Okay, ask anybody, what is a platform in today's gaming? It's not just hardware devices. A platform today is an ecosystem, not a device. It's a world, not a product, a network, not a box. Now, I'm gonna just say that's cute, right? Because we have, as fans, been evolving with Xbox's message. We have made sense of the things that didn't make sense to the fan base. We've supported things that didn't quite matter to the fan base. So this is my problem when we start trying to have this somewhat symbiotic relationship with all the platforms, right? We're all one. We're all gamers. We're all united. It's not true. Okay, so if Xbox tells me they care about their platform, what makes their platform sticky? How is them strengthening other platforms and building their platform?
Thing could be said about Netflix, about Prime.
I don't care about Netflix. We're talking about gaming right now. We're talking about PlayStation. We're talking about them supporting everybody's platform and not everybody supporting their platform.
That's a service.
So what makes whether it's a service or not, because Netflix is giving everybody money.
You're bringing up cloud, you're bringing up all these infrastructures that are involved in Microsoft and Xbox in general. As of now, I don't see the correlation, because if you're going to do that, you're going to say, okay, Netflix is everywhere, Prime is everywhere. If you exclude PlayStation, so like Netflix doesn't release everything on Prime immediately, do they have partnerships later because they have a hit TV show or something? Absolutely.
I think you might be using the worst example you could use, because Netflix is the big dog. Netflix is the one that has everybody's content. Everybody doesn't have Netflix content. Not everybody has Amazon's content.
Yep.
Right? But what I'm saying is Netflix wants to build their platform. Sure, put your stuff over here. See, this is what PlayStation, put your games over here. Cool. Because right now they're the big dog. But when it comes to Xbox, who's coming from the rear, coming to try to take second or first place, how does that make anybody? Well, let's just say that console gets too expensive for everybody, and we need to all move into the cloud. Why am I going to Xbox cloud if PlayStation has a cloud? Everybody else is going to have a cloud too. Xbox is not going to be the only one that has a cloud. So if they really do want to build their platform, they need to make their platform stickier somehow.
See,
and I understand that they're a $1 trillion dollar company. So I understand money is going to fit somewhere in there. But what makes anybody choose whatever direction they want to go in? Go ahead, man.
See, here's the problem I have with Sony itself. They have went on ventures that haven't worked, and that includes hardware. I mean, even their partnership with, I think it was Toyota. I'm not really totally sure. They eliminated that. TCL basically owns half their TV business now. They will double down on PlayStation, and my concern is that all you're going to get is another iteration of a streaming device straight from your console from PlayStation. And I think it would be disrespectful as a gamer to get that when you can go buy a ROG Ally and, you know, yeah, it won't be.
But what I'm asking,
it won't be the same price, but it will be far more capable.
Because you start talking about something different. What I'm asking is, if Xbox tells me that they care about their platform, look, if Xbox just needs to decide who they want to be, for one. Either I'm going to be the big dog, I'm taking your spot, or if you get down with you get down with Xbox, and we're for everybody.
So what are they going to do? Like, this is what the argument is not there. Like, the exclusivity argument is not technically there. We are already on PC. The stands told us that, they're going to take the single player games away from PC. We're
talking about PlayStation
now.
Or Xbox?
You're not letting me get my point.
Well, you're not finishing it. Like who's taking what stands said they're taking the exclusives off like PC?
Stands.
Of what though?
He's saying
Xbox?
stands, the PlayStation fans.
Oh, PlayStation stands? Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay, so they told us that because Xbox is on PC, it is not exclusive. Yet we continue to have this exclusive argument, which is absolutely ridiculous. We are on PC. There's nothing coming away from PC. If they pulled back Steam, I would be super surprised. If anything, they want to court Steam to be on the Helix. That's number one, because if you have those accesses, because a lot of people say there are no PC exclusives. Well, there's a lot of games that you can't play unless you're on PC.
True.
So I think that's called an exclusive. Sorry, people. So you have all of that. You have the quirky games that'll be under their stuff that, you know, could be canceled if it was on Xbox. Well, you went to Steam. That's your problem. Okay, so Microsoft probably likes this because they have plausible deniability. So in realism, like, the only person that I've heard that says that PlayStation's planning on doing this is Hip Hop Gamer. And I wouldn't be surprised if they are considering it. But at the same time, how do you pull back from PC? You make your own store, just like Microsoft's doing. Let's be honest here.
Well, and that's where we're going to go.
So that's where I say, like, yes, it's a good argument to say it's a platform, it's a service, whatever. But there are plenty of services.
I got my hands up.
Platforms. Okay.
I haven't had my hands up for hours.
So just realize that Xbox wants to sell subs, but they also don't want to lose 30% year over year on hardware. And clearly they're showing it to us. Just nobody's buying it right now until the next hit thing comes out. And then it will be considered undeniable. And then it's only on Xbox PC. So either get that massive rig that's probably way more expensive than the power now, or go grab an Xbox Series X. Go grab the next Helix. It's a smart play, and it involves platform. You want to play on your PC? Go ahead. You want to play on your mobile phone through the cloud? Go the frick ahead. PlayStation and Sony are not on that realm, and they won't be. They can't even get their damn security right. Come on now.
All right. So you said this, right? So what I'm saying is, you're talking about later. What are they going to do to build from now to make people even want to buy a Helix later, right? If the people who are already invested are irritated, right, and they want new people, because if you say you want to build your platform, you build your platform. If you just come out and tell everybody you want to sell as many games as possible, then they'll get their minds right, stop asking for exclusives, whatever. But don't come out and say one thing and do something else that counteracts what you just said that you wanted to do. When you say you want to build from the console first, right? The console is the main part of the platform. They'll tell you themselves. They have way more consoles sold than people that use the Xbox app, right? How are they going to get people to even get invested in the Xbox app or in the Xbox cloud if they can't get them now, right? People associate with a name before they associate with anything else, because most people they don't even care what another product offers because they're happy where they are. There's so much that Xbox offers now that PlayStation doesn't, especially when it comes to Nintendo. PlayStation and Xbox offer more than that. So what I'm saying is they need to figure out what they want to do. If they want to sell more games, fine, tell everybody that. If you want to build your platform, you need to make your platform stickier, right? That's just is what it is. Whether it be exclusives, look, PlayStation's willing to bleed for their platform. If they do take, I don't think they're gonna take games off PC. The Insomniac leaks are still out there. They do want a storefront. They don't want to give Steam 30%. They don't want to give Epic 12%. They definitely don't want to give Microsoft 12%. So that app is coming.
Yep. All right. I like the readout right here. I'll read it for myself again, and I'm gonna speak on this. I ask anybody what is a platform today. It's in today's gaming. It is not just hardware devices. A platform today is an ecosystem, not a device. It's a world, not a product. It's a network and not a box. Okay. For what has evolved, right? It is. For what it had to evolve, it is today. Has it always been that way? No. So in today's gaming, right? We have an Xbox. We have cloud. We have services in Game Pass. We have devices. All of that still is about making money generated for Xbox. There isn't no other brand, right? So when it comes to that, it doesn't matter. You look at the overall scheme of things, and it's still 33% drop. So it doesn't matter that we have all these different so-called platforms for one product. If it's not working, it's not working. Let me just start there. Nobody's gonna tell me that 30%, 33% failure year after year after year is success. All right. So X that. It's not working, X that. And this is exactly why Asha says we gotta go back. This is not me saying it, this is common sense. We gotta go back. So the question is, why are we going back? Because everything today is failing. Everything today is failing. So on direct gaming, when we go back, that's going back to the damn console. That's not going back to cloud. That's not going back to services. That's not going back to gift cards. That's not going to devices. None of those shits were even thought of. Well, not even on the market yet. There's only one damn thing that was on the market when Xbox came out. That was the console. So where do we build first before we start talking about services? Before we start talking about cloud? You know what I'm saying? And Chris being realist are right. You got to start somewhere. You got to build somewhere. Nobody can make me believe that you build on all assortment. Doesn't work that way. When you start building a home, you have to start with the cornerstone aspect of the house first. You build on top of that. Okay, all I'm saying is, damn it, we're talking about Xbox and what's wrong with Xbox. Xbox has an identity problem. Okay, so even Asha knows that. She said it. So she's going back to the cornerstone of Xbox. The cornerstone of Xbox is the damn console. The console has to be strong before everything else can be strong. So it goes back to what Willis was saying, right? How do you make something stick? Okay, I'm throwing it out there. You make great damn games for your console. Go back to what Crispy Bomb said. Okay, people out here that want to throw narratives on Xbox. Oh, well, it's not technically exclusive. It's called a console exclusive, dummy. You can't get the game on your preferred console. That's the whole point. PC is by default Microsoft anyway. People out here acting like PC, like that came later. No, Halo was on PC. So real Xbox fans, I'm talking as a real Xbox fan. Halo being on PC never bothered me. Any game on PC for Microsoft never bothered me. Windows gaming was before Xbox, people. So they ain't never bothered me. To me, that's the same ecosystem. Windows, Xbox, same damn thing, money going into Microsoft. There's no division in that. Microsoft just smartened up and said, hey, let's bring it together. I always wondered why they didn't in the first damn place. But let's bring it together, okay? And that goes into that thing I was saying. What makes sense? That made sense. Okay, well, donkeys will use that for a narrative. All right? But we knew that whatever Microsoft does, PlayStation's gonna do. We have receipts for that. And we knew, hey man, don't bark up that tree with no cat in it yet. Because guess what? Your games are gonna come to PC too. Now that they came to PC too, okay, we all want to be stupid. Oh, look, it's not really an exclusive. All right, we can all be stupid, but for right now, let's not be stupid. Right? Okay, the VR, PlayStation VR flunked. Vita flunked. PSP flunked. Who cares about other devices and other means of expansion? The PlayStation 5 never had a problem selling this console. That's why it doesn't matter with PlayStation, because they can still sell 100 million consoles. That's the cornerstone. What I'm talking about on DIRREC Gaming is the cornerstone is about to fail PlayStation. And you have a bunch of liars still out here acting like it's not. Okay, well, what just happened? The worst thing in PlayStation history just happened. And I told you it was going to happen. I said, bro, when these things keep failing, it's the opposite reaction for PlayStation. When they don't want VR to fail, that was their dice roll. Everybody kept telling Microsoft, do what PlayStation's doing. Phil says, nah, bro. I look at the data. Nobody's into that like that for us to spend billions of dollars on. Let PlayStation do that and then down the road, you're going to see why we didn't do it. He was right. He was right. There's nobody even talks about VR gaming anymore. I told y'all, VR gaming was never anything big to begin with since the conception of it. It's just something that you do when you get it. Somebody comes to your house. Hey, you want to try it? Here, you're more of a trying to get somebody to experience it. Nobody's at their damn house locked away and all they're doing is VR gaming. Nobody's doing that. The numbers say that. Okay? So VR gaming was niche. All right? They tried to throw cloud gaming on Xbox into that category, but I said, but wait a minute, and Realist is my witness. I said, y'all ain't gonna throw cloud in there just because it's new, because cloud is gonna be the future. The whole aspect of cloud gaming for Microsoft was not to abandon Xbox. It was to reach people where the Xbox isn't available at. Meaning that if you don't have Wi-Fi, there's no reason to buy an Xbox. You can't play on it without Wi-Fi. But somebody has a damn phone. They know more people have a damn mobile phone than consoles. So okay, hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Okay, are you in, Xbox brand? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So what Microsoft is doing with cloud is a different concept. It's to reach people who don't have the availability for their console. The cloud is a second option, right? It started as a memory thing, but we knew it was evolving into a second option. It is the ghost of the Xbox, right? We get that. Now, there isn't anything else. What's new? There's nothing new. Game Pass is Xbox Live. The service been out since 2001. That's nothing new. That platform been here. So the gaming service been here. The console's been here. Cloud is the newest thing. Game Pass is not new. It's just the service. So cloud is what's new. So if cloud is what's new and everything is going towards the cloud when it talks about pushing the envelope, right, to other devices to get people who may not want to buy your console. That's when your console is strong. That's the problem with the cloud right now. The reason why it seems like it's not effective, because the console, the very cornerstone of the brand, is not healthy. Okay? Now let's flip it on PlayStation. The console is healthy on PlayStation, but what's the problem? Where the money is being generated is the problem for the Sony console. Consoles are being sold at a loss, right? So if they're not buying the game, it's going to directly affect the console. If they're not paying into the services, if the damn service can't grow more than 47 million on the platform for years over years over years, it's going to eventually affect that console. Now, you ain't on nobody else's show talking like this. Nobody else is going to talk like this. You don't have those deep discussions because we have too many shows that just want to be goofy and silly all the damn time. But sometimes we got to be serious, because no matter what anybody is saying, from the influencers, from the YouTubers, from the gaming media, and I've said this, realists know I've said this, from the CEOs, none of it's working. PR, marketing, none of it's working. Because if it was working, the console brands would be strong today. Look at Nintendo Switch, and I told y'all that was going to happen this generation. I told everybody. You see, nobody's talking about it. Nobody's rebuttaling me. Because I told y'all what the problem was going to be for the Switch too. It's not the games. No, it's not the brand name. No, that's all strong. What's going to affect Nintendo is that price. Oh, you stepped into that ring with the big boys. Bro, ain't nobody going to pay top dollar for them cartoon-ass games. Nintendo left its place. It left its place. It stepped out of its lane. It was cute when it was $2.99, $3.99. But you telling me to go buy the damn thing for $4.99, bro? Damn near I gotta get a game and that's $500, and I'm playing Donkey Kong? Nah. So it's not about what it is today. Who cares what it is today? Because nothing matters. Like Realist said, and I'm gonna say this on DIRREC Gaming. The first brand that makes it stick is going to lead it ain't gonna be PlayStation. Let me say that right now. It won't be PlayStation. We'll X that out. The next brand that makes it stick is gonna be the one to take themselves over the hill. And they'll never come back down. We don't have that much time left. This is gonna be a new day. PlayStation had its 30-year run. No company on earth ever ran for 60-something years on the top of it. Read your history. Understand how corporations work. The reason why by default Sony won't, because it's not a big tech company. You are in the big tech era now. Nintendo's not big tech. I just wanted to be fair and not lead them out. But if you can't figure that out, then you're stupid. There's only going to be one brand. And the only reason it's hard is because Microsoft's got to figure out what to do with it. They already know the victory is in their hand. They're big tech. They're one of the big techs. They already know they're going to be in one of the top dogs in the future. They already know that. That's not the problem. The problem is how we get this damn thing to grow. Notice their focus is not on Game Pass. Notice their focus is not on services or other platforms or anything like that. Their focus is on how they're going to sell this hardware. And now they're going to have to do it with the Helix because like Crispy Bob said, now you're getting Steam incorporated. Why are we getting Steam, people? Because nobody told you the truth. Nobody made you think that Steam ain't all powerful. Steam is renting Microsoft's platform, which is Windows. There will be no Steam if there's no Windows. What is Windows to Steam, people? It is the foundation. So Microsoft ain't gonna take that damn land away from Steam. Microsoft's gonna say, nah, we're not even gonna keep you behind the curtain no more. If we're gonna be out and everybody's gonna be able to point fingers at us, we're gonna bring your ass out too. And here's Steam now gonna be connected to Xbox, and everybody, and Real has been telling me forever, legal, get your Steam account. You know what? My patience about to pay off, ain't it, Realist? Who would have ever thought, right? Who would have ever thought that one day I ain't got to do it? All I got to do is buy a damn Xbox, and I got my Steam game. I can get Steam games and just play them. Nobody saw that shit coming. So now nobody's gonna buy that damn Steam machine. Look, I'm telling y'all, nobody's buying the Steam machine because the PC fans, they're stuck where they're at.
Speaking of which, they just raised the price again on the
And they just raised the damn price up. So I'm telling y'all right now, the Microsoft with Xbox, right, is the only company that I can see and be so truthful about that regardless of whatever the expansion platforms are of it, it's the only company that I can see that can literally go back to the foundation and actually make a tree grow out of that soil. I don't see nobody. PlayStation 5 is the last console to impact PlayStation. You want to rebuttal me, prove me wrong, and tell me that $1,000-some PlayStation 6 is going to sell 100 million consoles. I'm going to laugh in your face because they already showed you they're not willing to pay $700 and $899 for it right now. That's why it only sold 1.5 million consoles right now. So that told me right now, since we're talking about what's right now it's dead. It's dead. And that's why Sony ain't even bringing up the PlayStation 6. They're trying to gravitate the PlayStation 4 fans to the PlayStation 5 fans. I told you the damn console ain't gonna come out $229, $230. Ain't nobody rebuttaling me. You got what's his name? MBG coming out here lying, talking about the damn console gonna come out next year. Y'all got that donkey to listen to. That's a sad place to be when somebody boldly puts that damn comment on Twitter X and looks at y'all with a straight face and say, it's coming out the same year as Helix. The joke's on you. But anybody with sense, right? But anybody with any sense knows to just laugh at something that foolish. So it's not about the other those were just what you call it, experiments. We're experimenting to try to like Willis said, we're trying to get something to stick, but ain't nothing really sticking because we got to go back. You got to go back to what gets people excited about video games in your brain. So that ain't gonna pay off for PlayStation. That ain't gonna play off for Nintendo. Nintendo's giving you a fucking Star Fox where you don't even get out the damn ship. That's what you're getting. For years they still ain't been able to understand what to make Star Fox great. You want to make Star Fox great? Put a little Starfield to it. Make the damn Fox come out the damn ship. Make them run around with a gun.
That's not what the users want.
Right. Have that dude travel across the galaxies. Make missions on different planets. Now you got a Starfield. You got a Star Fox game that's worth buying. They can't figure that damn franchise out for nothing. And it's simple. You want to give people Donkey Kong. You saw it didn't put up the numbers. People ain't stupid out here. You can't say no more, hey, this brand is going to stick. And people are just going to buy our name now just for the sake of the brand. Those days is over. You know why? Hey, I'm going to be truthful. You want to know why? It's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here for a pimp. Shit's expensive out here. People are finally, look, y'all, my panel, Mighty Chat Pack. People are finally sitting back saying, damn, I got my bills, damn, gotta pay the water bill, I really want to buy that video game, but I gotta eat. I gotta get groceries. They're looking at this shit. I gotta pay for gas. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to make a pass on this game. You know what I'm saying? When you're seeing this beautiful thing called First Light sell 1.5 million, man, it's only because the game was made great. If that game wasn't made great, it's not selling 1.5 million. So what's the real testament of success, y'all? Let's all say it together. Make fucking great games, and you don't ever have to doubt any gamer that will buy your shit. But if you want to make a mediocre game and try to throw it on a platform and say, oh, it's exclusive, that'll make them do it. It ain't working. Soros ain't working. That shit dead. That's garbage. Mediocre. It's mediocre. It's not. It ain't gravitate nothing. Forza was made great. Forza Horizon 6 was made great. Look what it did. It blew up. James Bond First Light was made great. As a third-party game, look what it did. It blew up. So it's about making great games. You make great games, gamers are gonna buy it. Who cares about what is a gaming? What's the definition for gaming today? That has nothing to do with nothing anymore. That was just the experiment that didn't work. Now we got to go back to this console, and that's what Xbox is going to have to do. They're going to have to make Xbox look good, and when Xbox looks good, then the cloud looks good. Then Game Pass looks real good. Look. You want to know what hurt Game Pass? The price increase. Game Pass isn't invincible. Look what happened to Game Pass, everybody. Look what happened to that great golden standard tier of services of Crispy Bomb that all Xbox fans had a brag in the bag for. All it took was a little bit of increase, and it teeter-tottered the whole situation, and the value of Game Pass fell apart.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, dude.
Come on, y'all.
Dude, it's a disrespectful to increase the price 50%.
It is.
It's absolutely especially last year during that period of time, it was disrespectful. Okay, it was unnecessary because we're not even in the same like shortages that are for like tech and everything else. And the fact is that you just took your service and said, hey, here's 50% more of the price. And that's where I say, like, I don't want to live in a world where Nintendo and PlayStation aren't there. I don't. But at the same time, like, for people to like always say Xbox is dead and everything else, when they're always teetering on $4 trillion in net worth as a company, Microsoft, and then to completely rebrand their entire gaming section, which, by the way, I want to give you credit because you're one of the few that said, hey, the PC gaming aspect of Microsoft came far before Xbox. Just to let you know, I had a Gateway 2000 and all these, I had a Dell, I don't even know
the Hewlett Packards.
Dude, I've had these old school 56K bullshit. I had a original Apple. I played Oregon Trail, people.
Yep.
And I definitely got
That's funny.
Okay, on that green fucking screen.
Yep.
Use my language. But let's be honest here. This is where like the Game Pass argument is null and void for me. It is valuable because we had Blockbuster. And we did exactly what we're talking about right now. It just was in a different way. You bought, you rented one game. Gamefly, it's still around, by the way. People don't realize that. It's still there.
True.
Okay? So be honest here. There are multiple different ways to make money. And I'm sorry, but I also don't want the $4 trillion company to completely win. But I do want them to compete a little. And that's the one thing I'll say. I brought up two games at the beginning of this show. And I'll say them again. Forza Horizon 6 and Gears of War E-Day. Okay? And I say you do need, if you want to compete, especially in getting console sales or people to subscribe to your service, you need the tomahawk ribeye. And yes, that is a butcher's reference. If you're the only one, like I am, that runs a store, a meat department store, in a store within my area that has the tomahawk ribeye, well, guess who's getting the pictures of it?
Come on, talk.
It's just,
it's sample shit.
Good. It just looks too good. And it starts with Forza Horizon 6. And that's where I say, if you bring Fable, look, Campaign Evolved, I can't argue with anybody to not understand my point. Let's see how it sells over there, because you don't have MCC over there. Okay? Everybody acts like we don't have exclusives on Xbox. Oh, because one game that is 20 years old is on there now from a huge franchise, $1 billion franchise IP is somehow going to destroy my enjoyment of the next game. And that's where I say, yes, E-Day should be exclusive. You are not allowed the hotness, the new hotness.
Right.
You will respect Gears first
Right.
before you go and play this.
Right.
And that's where I say there's an
I
achievement
agree.
on PlayStation that says you're done for now. I want Gears 2 and 3 Reloaded, and I don't care if it goes to PlayStation. You know why? Because you need to understand the goddamn Brotherhood if you're going to get E-Day. And I don't care if it comes in 5 years. I don't. I want Gears to live until I perish on this earth. And that is the way I feel about Gears.
Brotherhood to the end, baby. Brotherhood to the end.
I want my Celtics to do the best. And I want to see another Stanley Cup for the New Jersey Devils. Okay? Because I was a Marty Brodeur fan. If you know, you know. The fact is that I believe Gears can come back, and it can come back the way we always wanted it to be. Just the gravity, the gravitas, the set pieces, the respect to the Brotherhood. That is something that is special. And it's just like what Forza did. They respected where they
can't do nothing but respect.
They understood where they're going, and they showed even Japanese gamers, hey, we can have fun here. And I think that is respected in itself. And that's where I say Xbox, keep doing what you're doing, but those two games, those are the two I would hold back for a while.
Right.
Let's see, you're thinking like I've been saying this whole time, right? PlayStation fans would rather see a game die than to see it on other platforms. That's not me. I don't want to watch a game just die out. But does Xbox need them? Right? Does Xbox need them for the game to not die out? No. Right? The games have been just fine. But if they want to make more money, they got to put the games in more places. I get it. But they need to figure out what they're going to do with their platform is what I'm saying. I'm done with that. Now, Legal, going back to what you said earlier, I think that I don't think Xbox would rather everything just be even. Why? Because they have the most content to sell. See, but they have a dilemma. They want to sell hardware. They have a platform to build and sell out. It's not like Ubisoft where they can just put their games out and just keep pushing. People forget Activision was worth as much as PlayStation before Xbox bought them, before the whole scandal came out. And that's just selling a few video games. But I think that Xbox, they want everything to be on a level playing field. They wouldn't mind. They would love it to just put their app right on side of Steam and Epic, and help PlayStation bring yours too. And let's just see who can bring the most people to their storefront, right? It seemed like they were getting close with PlayStation kind of joining in the fight on PC. Now PlayStation's pulling back because we forget Jim saw this coming all along. In the emails, he knew what Xbox was trying to do. It was not ever about exclusivity. But somehow they're going to have to figure out how to get people to be on their platform. And exclusivity has always been the way that's done. But that costs money. It costs money to say that I'm not going to sell my games everywhere. I'm just going to sell them here because I'm excluding all this other market. What's the dude, Sean Layden? He addressed this before. So that's my only issue with how Xbox is handling business. Whether they want to go left or right makes no difference to me. I'm going to play my games. But I'm with Crispy Bomb saying that I would rather, if they need to have it on other platforms, put it everywhere. If you think if that's what it takes to get a Fable 5, put it everywhere. But I don't think that's what it takes to have a Fable 5, because as much as Xbox is PC and PC is Xbox, Xbox has never fully embraced PC until now. Because I was on PC in the early 2000s, and I remember where games would take years before they hit PC. Then everybody left PC. Well, all the major publishers left PC and started saying piracy was too big of an issue. EA, 2K, they all left PC. Xbox was taking their time if they ever put a game on PC. Now they're all back on PC. And since they're all figuring out ways to get around to I guess, hinder piracy somewhat, they're all trying to come back. But I think that's what Xbox would rather have. Not to try to get out here and sell you a platform and then not be able to sell you my software. Because going back to Bill Gates, where he says content is king, right? Satya says he hates exclusive. So I know, but if you want to build your platform, you're going to have to do something to get people to stick to
Facts.
it. Whether you're going to go to the cloud in the next generation or the next frontier, who's to say that they're going to choose your cloud service? Because as of today, their service is not the best.
Facts.
Stadia was better.
Facts.
Nvidia is better.
Nvidia is the king. Facts. I was
Okay.
just going to say that.
Yeah, Nvidia is king, but that lets you know something, that the number one GPU manufacturer, or probably the biggest company in the world by market cap, is already in the cloud. That lets you know that they know hardware's days are numbered. Xbox has always had the issue of being too early. Somehow they got to get the public to get on board with what they're doing versus just making moves. Right? DRM is where we are.
I agree with you a little bit. I do. I really do. I just want to say this, that the problem for these AI companies to build the servers and everything else is power.
Yeah.
And it's costing the consumer itself too much money. Hence why love them or hate them with that whole thing with Microsoft, Amazon, all of them. They've pulled back. And they have a lot of stock in a lot of the reason why, like, you know, graphics cards, all these things are so expensive. It's because of them. And if one company wants to make money right now, they're going to take that stock and use it to sell something else. And I feel like that's the way Microsoft's going. And the only reason why I say this is because I always seen the Series X and S just sold out on Amazon. And now all of a sudden it's in stock no matter what. And it's a reasonable price compared to the competition. That's where I say we wouldn't even be having this conversation if PlayStation and Nintendo allowed Game Pass on there. I don't think we would be having this conversation. I think we would understand that that's the way it's going to be. And that's it. But they refuse. And I think comes a point in time as a company that has been beating their head against the door that you have to say, enough's enough. Like, all right, you refuse, fine by me. We got you too, because we got all the games. Because you can say what you want. This state of pay could be the greatest thing in the world, and it's not even going to be in close to this year of Xbox.
Nope.
It's not. And you could sit here and say what you want, but understand that Xbox is already on the next gen. When you play Forza Horizon 6, you understand they are on next gen and they are putting out their own IP. Like, you know, people say, oh, it was the PlayStation dev kit that was covered when they showed the, you know, dev direct. Okay. No, maybe it was the Helix because it'll play on PC. I haven't seen a single PC player complain about the optimization of Forza Horizon 6. I was surprised. I'm going to be honest. And that's where I say you can, if PlayStation wants to keep letting Jason Schreier run with this narrative, by all means, because all of a sudden now Xbox games are exclusive to PC as well.
And also,
and then you have different people looking at it like, well, this game really does play really well, even on Steam, wherever it may be.
And you know what? And I'm going to say this, and then I want Xbox brand to come in and say something, finishes out the show. We drowned him. I guess if he's taking a break because we cooking, say something.
Not to.
But I wanted to say this, Crispy Bomb and Xbox brand. There's one thing that people are not getting about what's going to happen next generation, and I'm about to lay it out there. We are about to have the best version of every single game when it hits Xbox. Why? Because every game that hits Xbox that's made for the Helix will be the PC premium version at, watch this, without the cost of a lack of optimization. Imagine that. Imagine that. You want to see poor optimization? Go play Gears of War Reloaded on PC right now. You using the bow talk, shooting people on the head right now with the bow talk and their head ain't blowing up. Listen, you can play wherever you want to play. But there's a reason why a little kid like me, from day one, I'm not a reinvented person. When I laughed at the PC gaming when I was a little kid, I went over to my friend. I'll never forget a military base realist on Guam. I went over to a friend's house. They were sitting in a chair. And they was playing on that monitor. And I said, man, what's this? It's Jumpman. For everybody that know Jumpman, go look back up in Wikipedia or whatever, look at Jumpman 1980, right? I think they even made a new version for Jumpman. And when that dude when they told me, I said, how you play it? And they looked at the keyboard. You gotta run with the arrows and shit. I'll never forget my reaction to that bullshit. I said, what? And I had to look at, that's why it's Jumpman. There's really nothing you can really fucking do with a game when you just got 4 arrows. I mean, what are you expecting? What are you really expecting to do, right? The keyboard became an atrocity during the 80s. But it was such a funny, made fun of thing that when the mouse became the ultimate controller. And look what happened. Then they made that to be the thing. But what they never wanted to tell you was the games were poorly optimized. And it was something that they could never correct because PC is an open platform. You can't just, it's too open to where you can't just utilize one space. So when you make a game there, you gotta say, okay, well, here, take it. Like y'all used to hear realists talk about it. It's like, you just, here, take it. It's a one for all type of situation. So the game is never finished properly like it's supposed to. The textures are always lacking. So that's why they always come up with a curveball. What, we get these powerful graphics cards? Why do you think that? Because it's always lacking proper optimization. So here's the console, right, being made fun of, which actually Nintendo, brought it back. And you looking at it, it's always been made fun of in the goofy days. Oh, 30 frames per second. Oh, it's not that powerful. Oh, look at your games. Y'all need to experience 60 frames per second. Once you get that, you'll never go back. We're the master race. Blah, 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 blah. And I would always say, one day, it's going to be a sad day for PC games. I have a friend that was here today. I said his name, Ram. Thank you for giving me first light. I know he didn't want me to say that. He's very humble, but he gifted me the first light. Me and him been friends since Sea of Thieves. I met him on Sea of Thieves. He became one of the first legendary players on Sea of Thieves, and I recorded his gameplay because I was astounded by how many people were legends. They actually put me on their ship. It's recorded on DIRREC Gaming. I'll forever cherish it. They let me ride around with them. They show me how they play the game. All kinds of shit when I just want to sit down on the boat and go sail. So I learned a lot from them. And I never wanted to overshadow what they accomplished on Sea of Thieves. But Sea of Thieves became something because of them. Now I'm gonna get a little personal. He'll probably get mad at me for this, but out of brotherhood, I gotta say this. Because he knows I love him. But to know Ramp is to know that I know somebody, a realist who never bullshitted when it came to PC. When I tell you this guy has a $7,000 rig, he has a $7,000 rig. $7,000. I'm gonna say this again. My man Ramp has a $7,000 rig. He puts his Xbox up because he goes to school. All right, he's making a better life for himself. And the Xbox is so simple, he says. It gives me, I won't be able to study because it's got quick access. So I have my PC, right? I don't need anything right now. $7,000, I got everything I need. But it was yesterday when we was on Forza Horizon 6, or the other day, when he says, you know, Legal, you're right when it comes to PC. It's the one thing that just fucking irks me. You know, I was trying to talk in UK, but I can never get that English accent. But it irks me, right? Because even with a $7,000 fucking PC, the optimization poorly. I don't think y'all heard me, Master Race. See, y'all hate when somebody in your own race speaks truth. That's why I had realists speak about PC. Because when he started speaking truth, he knocked a lot of y'all out the game. And his 12 to 13% is going to come to light. because I already did my research and I've already seen some things behind the scenes. So he's going to be right about that too. When it happens, that 30% shit is going to go bye-bye. Just letting you know right there. And that's one of the reasons why Steam is going to bring their ass on Xbox. It's one of the reasons. But I digress, right? So now that I know, right, for a fact that I can have a $7,000 rig and play a damn game, that $7,000 rig will not help you. It will not stop the poor optimization for gaming. So PC gamers are settling, whether you want to believe it or not. That's why for ages, they used to get mad at us about 4K gaming. Well, I don't want 4. How? Because you can't afford it. You couldn't represent it. That's why you hated 4K gaming. But I'll take 4K gaming 60 frames any day. Any day. I'm not listening to a PC gamer trying to make me think, oh, you get 1440p. See, that was like, well, we do 1440p 120. They always try to get you. But now I know that a $7,000 rig will do nothing for you for optimization. But guess what's coming, people? There's something called Project Helix. And for the first time ever in gaming history, two things are going to happen. One, the greatest game ever racer just got crowned. The greatest racer ever in gaming history was Forza Horizon 6. It got crowned. That was one thing. That's one thing. And we're going to get to play it on the Helix version. So not only is it going to intensify its greatness, it's going to be out of this world. I'm sorry. I'm lying when I said two things. Three things are going to happen. We're going to have the best place to play Grand Theft Auto 6. I dare anybody to think otherwise. We're going to have the best optimized, high performance, premium edition of the greatest game to be defined of the next generation and this generation, because we already know shit ain't gonna be no Grand Theft 7 until we're about 80 years old. Okay? So we're gonna have that on as our disposal. Every freaking game that's coming out later, like State of Decay 3, are gonna be on a whole nother level. Any game that comes out while Helix is here, we get it automatically out that oven of premium. This game is going to be 120 frames and up console. So I just want to ask with a straight face, the fuck do I need a PC for? Tell me again. I already got a web browser. I got features on Xbox that you can only imagine to have on PC. Only can imagine. See, people are going to wake up and they're going to realize that console's like this. I don't worry about my drivers. I don't worry about no fucking updating if it don't work my damn PC.
Works pretty fucking good, don't it?
Yeah? That bitch quiet. I ain't got all these fucking fans and shit. When I turn my lights out, I don't got UFOs in my fucking room. I ain't got the Skittles, rainbows, and shit floating around. It's quiet. It's elegant. All I see is an Xbox light. I ain't got all this goofy ass shit. Well, I'm playing from afar on my screen, on my big screen, right? 65, 75, 87-inch screens. Might be my own wall and shit. You ain't got no damn monitors on no fucking wall. Y'all sitting up here with these 1980-some damn desktops, 2 feet away from your little 27-inch screen talking shit on damn social media. Bro, get the fuck out of here, right? And now all of this is going to come out. All this truth that I'm saying is going to come out. And shame on you, right? This is what I'm really gonna laugh at. And I'm gonna speak for the voices right now because I heard a lot of y'all talking, right? And they're gonna know who they are, but I got you. To all you chromies out there, right, that use the Xbox brand and couldn't stand tall, you YouTubers out there, you know who you are, right? And try to make it seem like you ain't got a PC, right? As if having that PC, that Game Pass PC was the same. It wasn't. And you kept yourself quiet because when you did that, you found out, oh shit, I don't have all the Xbox games like I thought I would just because I went and got a rig and I wanted to say, hey, I got the best experience for an Xbox game because I got a PC. You know who you are, right? And you've been looking fucking stupid for many years, up until the point where now Microsoft said, okay, well, for Ultimate now, we'll bring PC and Ultimate Premium. You don't even have to have Ultimate now. Premium and the Xbox PC now you can get. Y'all played that shit off for years. But guess what? Look at your fucking PC right now. Look what you just bought. And you thought you was the bad boy out here to promote Xbox. Xbox ain't never been a fucking PC rig. And the joke's on you, next generation. See, I can't wait when all the fraudulent activity dies on Xbox, Crispy Bomb. That's all I want. Because when the fraudulent activity dies on Xbox, the real motherfucking roosters come to roost, right? They coming home. All the true Xbox fans are gonna dominate on Helix. We didn't go somewhere else. Xbox brand.
You know, I wasn't a believer because I've had the red ring of death about 4 times. I wasn't a believer until I got my first Series X, which is still sitting in front of me, and literally, like, the way Forza looks and the way I've seen PS5 run some games that deserve to look like that, like, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn, like some of these other games, and I hear no noise, and people don't understand that. Like, you could walk upstairs and my stepson, I could hear his PC running, you know, and he's sitting right next to it, probably warming his feet. And I'm sitting far away, and I could literally, you know, because it's StreamYard, probably do this stream on my Xbox because all I have to do is go to browser and do it that way. That's been a fact for a while. You see, the game changer, and this is where I say, if they could figure out a way to put the same things they're putting on the Helix only on the Series X, you know, Series S wouldn't be technically, I would say it would be too hard for them to do that. But the Series X has just shown why I bought it just recently with Forza Horizon 6. And I can't believe what I'm seeing. I have a good TV, by the way. If you don't have a good TV, well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you don't have to have the greatest TV in the world, but it needs to be optimized, and, you know, 4K, could do 120, things like that. When you play a game like Forza, you say, yes, we've been held back, but the held back is not necessarily the potato as everyone thought. It's the last gen. Hello. They pulled back from last gen. And guess what, New Legal? You are correct. Because if they optimize for PC like it seems they did with Forza Horizon 6, and then it moves down to the console.
Crispy Bomb, real quick. Hold your thought. Watch this. What you're about to say, what Crispy Bomb is about to say next, y'all, we've already seen it. Eternal Shadow, we've already seen it. I'm about to let y'all know the game where we saw it. And you remember how salty the PC fans got when Gears of War 5 came to Xbox as the PC edition. Actually, it was optimized better. They got salty as hell, Crispy Bomb.
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't realize that the 1S started this. If you got the Gears 4, you know, the upclocked, it was upclocked, and it ran, you know, it was sub 4K 120. They should have been honest about that. And now both companies have done this multiple times. Actually, all of them, I think. The fact is that it ran so well, but nobody else could play it. So when, you know, you're arguing with a PlayStation guy or something, or a PC guy, there was a period of time where it was like, it wasn't optimized the same way. It was optimized specifically for Xbox. And then, you know, having the extra power or, you know, basically just being overclocked, it brute forced it, and it made it better on the Xbox One S. And then they just booted it up to the One X, and then eventually the Series S and X. And it's still, I mean, it's one of the greatest games looking wise that you'll ever play. And then people have doubts about what E-Day is going to look at. Think about this. They're optimizing for the high-end PC specs first, and then they're lowering it down now. And that's basically what the Series X did with the S. Like they spec'd it for in between somewhere, but really they should have just spec'd it for the Series X and figured out how to go down. And that's where all these options come in for frame rates, for things like that. I think in these more recent games, you're going to see a lot of just crazy things you're able to do. I mean, go through the settings and the video menus and everything else in Forza Horizon 6. It's extensive. Like you can do a lot. Even with the AI and how you play and everything else, like it's a lot of computing power in my opinion. And I think, for them to do that with this and to have, Modern Warfare 4, it's going to be, next gen only for, Grand Theft Auto. Clearly the Series X is capable. It's just whether these companies, these third-party developers, are willing to optimize for it. But I experienced that when I had the Scorpio edition, the 1X. So, I mean, our first-party games, which there's a lot, which is nice for once, that you have all these games that are going to optimize for the Helix and for the Series X, but also look at the Helix as a high-end PC, and they optimize for that first. So in realism, they're already doing the legwork for what the Helix wants to be. And I see that in what recently released, Forza Horizon 6. So I think it's a logical step forward. And obviously Microsoft, since they released Vista back in the day, they wanted to be like, have everyone have a PC in their living room. And they tried really hard with the 360, actually. A lot of people don't understand that either. And now they have capable hardware in the Series X. Like I said, the Series S is going to be an entry point, but nothing more. It's going to be the Series X and the Helix, and that's going to move us forward. And clearly they're on the right track. If you have played on the Series X, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we've before we end the show too, there's some other little tidbits of news I just wanted to go over. We kind of talked about it a little bit earlier in the show, but Matt Booty came out recently and did an Xbox interview with the team, and he had mentioned to give Fable its own moment it deserved, they're going to delay it to February 2027. I think that's a smart move because otherwise it's just going to get smothered by GTA 6.
Absolutely.
And people won't get the attention and as many eyes on it and the focus because people are going to be spending their time on GTA 6. So this, even though I don't want to see it slip into next year, I think it's just a good idea because, and it will also give the team more time to polish the game. So by the time the game comes out, it should have very little to any issues or bugs whatsoever. So smart move by Booty. I don't mind waiting. Like I said, there's plenty of stuff to play. I'm actually right now, I'm 4 games behind what I'm trying to catch up to. So I could use for a little space in between games right now, honestly. But that was a little bit of news. The other bit of news is that Lego Batman also came out as well shortly after the release of Forza Horizon 6. And it's selling really well on all platforms. On Xbox specifically, it's got 25.1% of the sales. It's already sold 1.2 million copies. So I picked it up myself. I've been waiting for a new Batman game in general. I typically don't play the Lego games, but because I've heard good things, and I've heard that some of the team from the Dark Knight series helped out on the development of this game, gave me more incentive to play it, and I've been enjoying myself so far with it. So kudos to the Lego Batman team. Kudos to Playground Games. Great games. I definitely recommend you pick them up. give it a try. There's also an announcement from a well-known controller and accessory company. They're called 8-Bit Dough, and they actually unveiled 2 new pro-level Xbox wireless controllers. There is a there's one that's specifically only for Xbox, and then there's one that works for almost all platforms. So Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, PC, Android, Apple. It's also got swappable parts. It's going to have TMR joysticks, Hall triggers, and it's the gray color. And they also announced a lavender dusk color for $99. So if you guys know 8-Bit Dough, they make amazing controllers. I've had a couple myself. They're amazing. They're really well built. Some of the features of the controller I had already mentioned, but looks like there's extra fast bumpers, integrated wireless charging dock, 6-axis motion control. That's for PC. It's got obviously an audio jack for headphones. It's going to have the force ring for joystick tension, improved grip with enhanced comfort, and these controllers are very comfortable. So if you are a controller person, or if you want a new Xbox controller, I definitely recommend 8-Bit Doughs. They make really good stuff. That was the other little bit of news. And one last tidbit too, I wanted to talk about something else that Crispy had already touched on, and that was that Asha said that they are going to basically remove the logos for showcases going forward for other platforms. So for anything that they announce or release, it's only going to show Xbox and cloud, PC. It's not going to show PS5 or Switch going forward. She said, we'll be very clear about that's what Booty said. Sorry. Booty said, we'll be very clear about what platforms the game is coming to. We want to continue the precedent that we've got a good system going where we make it clear in the showcase. And Asha said, seeing the feedback on logos, it was a miss and I own it. We are talking about how we adjust for future Xbox shows. So this is something that you guys already talked about, something that didn't make sense to me because the other two don't do it. So why would Xbox do it? And it further disincentivizes people to invest in the platform. They're like, oh, what's coming on this platform? Why I don't really care or need for it then on Xbox. It's just another way to change the mindset about the strength and identity of the platform by doing that. So another smart move by them. Asha, Matt, and the team, they really understand the mission, and so far they've been delivering on what they're trying to achieve in terms of turning the brand around. And then one final announcement. This is the big one. This was kind of rumored earlier this year and last year. We kind of knew it was coming anyway because of the cadence of the series, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 got announced, which I don't know where the excitement is for that right now, what the pulse is, but it's coming out on October 23rd. It's going to be an Xbox Play Anywhere title, and it's already available for pre-order. And if I remember correctly, this game takes place in North and South Korea. And also, this will be the first Call of Duty that is no longer cross-gen. So finally, Call of Duty has made it over to the next generation of consoles. So, which means that the graphic fidelity is going to be much better. The environments, everything about it is going to be improved for the next generation consoles. And when Helix comes out, it's going to look amazing. That NPU is really going to go to work. But I do like the Korean setting. I think it's new, it's fresh. It's supposed to take place shortly after the events of the third game. So it'll be cool to see how that story continues. And I don't know about you guys, but despite the missteps, and I guess people would say they didn't like the campaign for Black Ops 7, I personally like it because it's got a supernatural horror aspect to it, and I'm a big horror guy, so it kind of rang my bell per se. But I've always liked the Call of Duty campaigns. They're always really fun and entertaining, and obviously the gunplay is unmatched. It's the best out there. So get more of that. And everybody likes Modern Warfare more than Black Ops and all the other Call of Duties. Modern Warfare has always been the pinnacle, at least in my opinion. I felt like that way anyway. So another game to be excited about. We've got plenty of games still coming too, and we got the showcase next week, where I've got a special announcement, by the way, before we go. I am actually flying out next week to Texas to meet with my friend Legal here, and we are going to hang out, play games, and we're also going to do a live show for the showcase and discuss it and talk about it. And maybe if anybody here on the panel wants to join us, you're free to join us. So we're going to have a good time, and we're going to talk about our love for games like we always do. So thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate each and every one of you, the chat, Pat, especially our high flyers here. You know who you are. Hail Hydra. Who was the other big guy here?
Truly Made. Was it Truly Made?
Truly Made. Yeah. We really appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
And thanks to everybody else coming out. Crispy Bomb, Realist, Grand, Legal. Always a pleasure. Always to hear your feedback and your criticisms. Shout out to Crispy. Legal, you got anything else you want to say?
I just wanted to say, man, we got to get Realist to come up here next week some kind of way. The great dad, the great father got to join us, man. We're gonna try to do something, man. If he can't,
I was like, how are these dudes conspiring without me?
That's why I talked to him. Don't get him. No, so I didn't know, man.
When he said it, I was like, oh, okay.
I didn't even know. I'm on the phone one day. He said last week, like Thursday, he was like, when's the closest airport? I was like, oh, DFW. Oh, I got a ticket. So so we saved it for today to let you know, man. But I hope I can get both my brothers up here. If not, man, we're just gonna have some fun. Just like I did with Willis the first time. Yeah, Rez, man, come out here and hopefully you have some fun. But no, man, listen. Crispy Bomb killed the show tonight. This Crispy Bomb set the tone on how you come to DIRREC Gaming as a guest, but he's really not a guest. We're family here, but you come on in here repping the streets. You come in strong, y'all. Don't be nervous. You're here to talk your stuff, man. You're part of the family.
I've been doing this a long time, bro.
Don't be like Xbox Brand, who took a day off because he saw how strong he saw how strong Crispy Ball is. Xbox Brand said, I ain't gotta do that tonight.
I wasn't gonna go disturb.
Dude.
Facts. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it, man.
Legal,
so Crispy Ball, I appreciate you coming off the top rope. Nobody's wrong. Xbox needs to listen. They need to listen to everybody.
We got Boomstick in the channel. Hey, Boom.
Oh, Boomstick's in the channel, man. Salute the Boomstick. Hey, salute the Boomstick, man.
I gotta get Boom on here.
We gotta get Boomstick on here if he wants to get up on here. Yeah, Boomstick, you got a seat up in here, man. And I really, because honestly, the way Boomstick's been posted here lately, I really want to hear Boomstick's opinion. It's good to see people with a bigger, larger community, right? Stand up and actually still are not ashamed to speak the language. Boomstick knows that I've always given him that credit with that because he's always in the background, always been respectful and showed me support throughout the years. So to have Boomstick here on the channel, man, is cool business, bro. I've been looking at some of your posts, man, and I don't know, I hope that Microsoft doesn't look at any of that stuff as gimmicky or just trying to set trends. I think that I love to see the fact that the streets of Xbox, y'all are standing tall. No matter what your opinion is, the time to be quiet is not now. Get out there, tag. Don't wear an eye out, but just You tag the Xbox if you want to, but just tag enough to, if you're gonna tag once a day. Don't wear her out, man. She's got plenty of stuff to take care of. She sees it. But make your voice be heard, be respectful, and let's be consistent so that she can see the real from the fake. It needs to be impactful. We've taken enough blows. We want to see something great come out of our community for once. We want to we want to feel like we're being heard and not being attacked for our fandomship, right? There's nothing wrong with being a fanboy, but you don't have to be an idiot being one. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the brand that you play on, right? Regardless of the platform. It's just not cool when you're being an idiot about it. And that's pretty much all it is to it. None of this stuff affects me, right? I just don't like toxicity. I don't like people trying to make fun of people's families and things. I know that social media gives you a comfort place, but I never respect somebody that's out of character knowing in real time they would never do something like that. So the consequences and repercussions for some of the stuff in real time that you do. So don't
What's up,
reflect it on
Shaddai? I just now saw him in the channel. What's up,
there
buddy?
you go. Don't reflect something whack like that just because you can on another platform that's social media, and you can just do that. Have some integrity about yourself. But look, guys, we're gonna be up out of here. I'm gonna give Resident the outro. Get us out of here, Resident, man. Listen, it's great to see y'all getting bolder, getting more talkative, standing tall out here. People like me and realists can sit back now, cross our feet up, and watch y'all, man. This is what this is all about, man. Giving more people a voice, giving more
Let it
people
be
a
known,
standing
chat.
ovation.
Legal next show will be giving me my flowers if they announce Gears of War E-Day exclusive to Xbox. Let's just
That's all
hold
that
that.
matters to me. If you want me to believe that
That was
Microsoft is
great.
gonna be serious, that's what it's gonna take. That's all it's gonna take, man. If it ain't, then bro, listen, man. I'm done.
Telling y'all, come on.
I'm done standing tall. I'm just gonna be quiet, let y'all pout and cry. I'm just gonna come on, play my Xbox. Y'all won't hear nothing else from me. It's just listen, man. It is what it is. Play your Xbox. If you don't like it, my thing is gonna say this. If you don't like Xbox, leave. That's gonna be my new. If that Gears of War E-Day is not exclusive, if you don't like Xbox, leave.
Don't
That's
matter
gonna be
either
my-
way. Not to the gear stand. Don't matter either way.
True.
Just saying. I love the Smash stands all the time. It's great. There's a few that are pretty good. That
The
were
Reloaded, yeah, there was, but they're only good because they used to have the Xbox 360.
Reloaded was not like I've been playing it with shadows, dude. Like, come on. Like it's just not.
I got it.
I love Gears 5 compared to that. I'm sorry,
I went,
but it's too fast.
okay,
They need to find the in between.
I went 6 hours, man. I went 6 hours on Reloaded. I saw
Metroplex in the building.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Red, send us up out of here. Thanks to everybody that came out tonight.
Yeah, welcome, guys. I'm sorry. Thanks, you guys, and have a good night. And see you next week. Like I said, we're going to do a live event showcase. We're going to talk about the games. We're going to see how you guys feel about them. And then I'm going to get my flowers. Peace.
Peace.
Later.